Yo, check me out. I'm LDB. It's Tuesday, and most Tuesdays, this one especially, this one confirmed anyway, we do a new game. So we've got before the window closes, before the Steam window, return window closes, 2 hours of gameplay within 2 weeks, which we are within both of those. Tonight we have Kaizen, a factory story. If you're not familiar, a Kaizen, Japanese word, if the kanji didn't catch it in there, literally translated as improve or to make better. And American manufacturing uses it as a to improve processes, take things apart, analyze each bit of it, and make it better. A little bit of experience in that in a previous life. So not only the Japanese draw, but also the manufacturing side of it. So as you can see with the little robot guy there, and it's a 1-minute Steam trailer. So it's perfect, nails down exactly what the game is about from what I can tell. You're in charge of a factory, you're going to automate it. You literally program, it's almost like CNC machines. They move and splice and rotate and stuff like that. And in the corner, you get a picture. It's like a radio or a coffee maker or whatever. And then you put together the parts and automate to make stuff. So that's all I know about this game. Just like any time with these before the window closes, I haven't looked into anything. I've not done anything. This is you'll see it while I'll see it. I have 2 minutes just to do a sound test about half an hour ago. So everything looks like it'll be good to go there. We'll jump in, play it for 2 hours. I'll set a 1-hour timer as soon as I hit the start button, do a mid-time determination on what we think about the game, and then we'll just set another 45-minute timer if we are happy with it so far, stop playing, make a final determination, and then eventually slap together a little review video for YouTube. This one is a little different than these usually, though, because usually these are on the fence a little bit. You know, reviews aren't always the greatest. Maybe it's been out for a long time because I just buy them when they're on sale and they look interesting. This bad boy has 10 recent reviews with 100%. So that's pretty crazy. That's not super common. I know 10 isn't a lot, but good reviews, looks good. Let's get into it. 1980s Japan, manufacturing, automating, programming. Pretty excited for it. Tea of the evening is Goji, which, sure, it's supposed to be green tea, but, you know, whatever. Tea manufacturers. It's time for Kaizen, a factory story.
Kaizen, a factory story.
Bear with me 1 second. There we go. No, yeah, okay. I'm going to have to change. I don't know if I can change settings on that. Display. Can we do a windowed full screen? No? Okay, that's a little bit of a bummer. That's just a stream thing, though. That's just so I can still see Twitch chat, which I do need to do. Okay, I can do it. I just have to shrink my window a little bit. You guys aren't looking at what I'm looking at either. Let's make sure that looks all right to you. Okay, looks good. Well, it's a lot more fun if you go right into the game, but it'll do. Here goes our hour timer. We can get out of that. Welcome to Matsuzawa. I mean, I'm already in. '86, I was alive. David? Now, when I was doing the sound test, there's a lot of this that's voiced. Okay, I'd polish up my language skills. So David is not from around these parts.
Hello? I'm David. David Sugimoto?
He's also not very confident.
Oh, yes. You're one of the new hires this year, aren't you? We've been expecting you. Welcome to Matsuzawa Manufacturing Factory Number 1. This building has a real nostalgic feeling, doesn't it?
We're not going to be negative, David. We're positive
It
folks.
does. But why am I here? I'm afraid you might have the wrong person. I was hired to work on the international sales team.
This office has, what, 4 or 5 desks in it? No, 3. This is just a hangout lounge area, so there's an upstairs. Maybe that's where your international sales team
Don't
is.
worry. This old factory has been through a lot over the years, but its equipment still works beautifully. I'll support you, so there's nothing to fear. You'll be putting together production lines before you know it.
This doesn't make any sense. I came from America to work in business.
This is not how you speak to your superior in Japan.
I don't know anything about engineering. I didn't study it in school or anything.
I did, it's okay.
Looks like we're about to start the morning assembly. Come join us.
I love how he's like, I don't care what you have to say. You're going to do the job that you're here for.
Wait, what is this? What's going on?
It's time for daily stretches.
Just copy my movements.
Oh, this is fantastic. This is actually a thing, if you're not familiar with Japan, where workers do that. I don't know how I'm... Okay. You kind of have to mash them together. That's cool. I can't really watch the movements, but from what I'm looking at, those aren't quite what the... This isn't the song that you actually hear, too. But you'll hear, it's close, it's close. Number up for the workday. They don't play around either. It's like, you automatically get into... Unless they get more complicated than that, but... Not that it was hard, but I was kind of surprised they're like, do the whole thing.
I'm not used to moving so much so early in the morning.
Lazy American.
Are you feeling it yet?
Feeling it? Feeling what?
The Matsuzawa spirit, of course. Surely you're getting a taste of it by now.
No, David.
Oh, maybe I feel it.
That's right, you do. We love this.
Of course you do. Now let's take this spirit with us into the factory.
Someone would eventually find me. You're waiting for a rescue. I like how your factory is like in the shadow of this other industrial building over here. Oh, Yama-san, I think you're underestimating what we need to do here. That's smart. They already show you like what's going to happen. I mean, I imagine you get pretty straightforward stuff. Rotate. A3, I think, is just the designation. Well, we'll see. I don't know why I'm trying to like trying to guess on the tutorial here. Okay, so yeah, so B's gonna flip it. A, that must be that it goes up 3 spaces. Yeah, it's gonna go to the top, and then that'll come back down, and then B back and forth. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. Well, it's that you can actually see this. Rotate up 3. Okay, we'll have to see about that, because I don't know why that like gives you another piece. Maybe because that's just what's originally there. Yeah, maybe just like, you know, these pieces will be there again as long as you get out of the way. I think this is going to be on note too. It's kind of nice to see. It shows you what parts you don't have. Okay. Design approved. Now what I get out of the intro or the trailer though is that you have to place all this stuff. I'm imagining it's going to progressively get more difficult. More intricate, let's say. we sell them. Yeah, I saw this too. You kind of like, there's going to be some aspect of where you're wanting to reduce everything. I don't know if that gets you a, yeah, like keep editing. Okay, so each item then is going to be a level. That's cool. David is, he really needs to work on this self-confidence thing. Design a production line. Yeah, that's smart. They'll just, like, super simple, just put the pieces together. You know, kind of like how we saw the plungers move it. Okay. So we just have a welder. We need to build the radio. The tuner's up top. Speaker here. This is going to be the easiest thing, obviously. You just do, you know, welders. How do you rotate? Okay. You just drag it. Now we need to rotate. Do those. Now, how do we... Okay. We don't actually need to do any programming, just do that. Product complete. Hey, you got SiriBot. I've had SiriBot for, yeah, long time. Long time. What's up, Gore? How's it going, man? Hopefully there haven't been things that have snuck through the cracks that you're noticing that. Hey, Mudge, how you? Doing good, brother? Doing real good. No work today, no work tomorrow? Trying out a new game tonight? All is well. Come on, David. Get in the Matsuzawa spirit here. More advanced, cutting-edge products. Continuous improvement. It's kind of funny. The devs of this game have like a bunch of games in their portfolio, so I'm not sure what their background is or anything. I should have looked into that more. I think there's this like another type of automation production line type thing that they have set up. 10 million yen to make a radio. An office lady.
Oyama-san, here are the copies of the employee handbook that you requested.
Thank you, Tomoe.
Oh, thanks. You can set them over there.
And this must be the new employee. I'd heard there was an American joining us this year.
You heard correctly. This is David from Indiana.
Oyama-san, I can like buy that he's a Japanese fellow speaking English,
Nice
but
to meet you, David from Indiana. I'm Tomoe. I hope Oyama-san isn't giving you too much trouble.
that's not how I would pronounce that. That doesn't mean it's correct.
No, no trouble at all.
I love how you can just be this turd that just doesn't want to be
Great.
here.
I see Oyama-san has really taken you under his wing.
It's only natural. This time is very important in a new employee's development. Learning the company's history and policies is one thing, but truly becoming a part of it is another matter.
And if you ever want to learn how to serve tea and make copies, come to me. I'll show you how it's done.
As long as you
Sure.
keep the tea coming,
Sounds great.
I'm happy.
Oh, David,
That was a joke, David. After all, I'm sure you'll have more important things to do.
I see.
David's not really in tune with the humor side of life, it seems. Let's stick two clocks together. Hey, Night, good evening, how are you? Good to see you, thanks for coming in. Ugh, we have to be from Indiana. This is a term of endearment. Tomoe-chan. Maybe it's a family business. Okay, so we're slapping. Here's what we were talking about earlier on the binder. Grab enabled. And then it pushes 3. Okay, that makes sense. Pull it back. I'm assuming you can disable grab. Negative becomes a pull. Yeah, okay, grab her off. Makes sense. So if you don't want that to happen, you just kind of have to keep that plunger in place there. All right, so we have 2 clocks. We can just do this. And then we want to weld them together. There. So A1, how do you, there we go, right click it. 3 spots, on, copy that, back 3, turn the grabber off. And then it'll weld. Cool. Yeah, especially when this gets more complex, there'll be some cool stuff that this does for sure. Plus the rockin' 80s jam when you complete a task. Indiana time, whatever that is. Come on, Oyama-san. I've been so wrapped up in learning on my first day at work, I should call my parents. There's so many, again, I didn't check the background of the devs, but there's so many like legitimate Japanese cultural things in this. I don't know if this is an accumulated cost, but 13 million yen seems a little crazy. Oh, that's cool. You can record a GIF for it too. We'll do that before we head out. Sport watch. Dave, nothing gets by David. It would never run out of battery? Okay, we're getting the old flip function. I imagine it's going to give it to us the wrong way. Okay, we only have flip. If we only have flip, that's a little confusing. I don't know for this. Yeah, okay, we want to. I was trying to zoom in more. Because if this band is here and also needs to be there, obviously. And would it weld it after or before? Well, this is a, like, spin it around too. Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. You can start the plungers up. Yeah, I don't, I'm not thinking about this one right. Oh, we didn't program it either. Yeah, that doesn't do us any good. Can we, if we can't put the other band out there, how do you send this back over here? Okay, like that. Nope, that's kind of funny. It just showed you the backside. It doesn't actually let you place it like that. Because if we had that there, I don't think that'll work. Okay, these don't have a front back, so it's the same on both sides, so that's exactly how you do it. Alright. It doesn't approve. Oh, you need to, okay. After you put it together, you just flip it back. There we go. So it has this end product, even if it's constructed like that, it has to look like the picture too. Yeah, it's cool. It's very different. It's not like any game I've ever played before. Obviously, this is all kind of like the tutorial phase too. I mentioned the whole first chapter, but I wonder how important the story really is. I like how she's like, I just do paperwork and get tea. But she's like an integral part of the team. Really, David? This is what you brought to the table? You were going to go be part of the international sales team? I'll be interested when we get into the optimization stuff too. South Bend Automotive. Why is your dad sending you a letter on company letterhead? I was like, who is this from? Even just getting through the first paragraph here. Don't worry if you suck, says Dad. Thanks, Dad. I wanted to make a toy, and then people are going to use these binoculars, like, actually, as binoculars. Now you're getting the idea, David. Riveters, okay. So regardless of where the combination is, it's going to do its thing. Eyepiece barrel hinge. Hinge in the middle. We've got a riveter, which is going to be like this. And then rotate. So if we do what we did last time, I don't know if it's going to do... Actually, we want it here. No. And then we'll have to rotate it back. That's rivets, and then all that's going to do is flip the barrel on the other side. So we actually want like this. Yeah. Okay, it doesn't do... Oh, we have two. We have two. So I suppose we can put the other here. No, I'm imagining it's lateral, so it's only going to... Yeah, okay. So we need this like this then. Yeah, there we go. Oyama. Now the only thing I don't care for is I wish it wouldn't tell you when you drag through the timeline. I wish it wouldn't tell you that it's correct. I wish you would hit the start button, and maybe that's later, right? Maybe it wants to make sure you know when you've done it right. But it'd be cool if you hit the start button to see whatever messed up product you came out with, and then it would, you know, give you like a meh or something that's not correct. Yeah, Japanese crows are more like ravens. So to say that there's a crow over there, that's underestimating, or understating rather, the size of the thing pecking garbage. I love the character development. Like, you've worked here. You don't know what why your boss was interested in toys? Show me what you mean, Oyama-san. Yeah, our costs just keep, like, skyrocketing. Defender bot. Here's our, this guy. Since I didn't know he was a defender bot. I'm assuming we're gonna, oh yeah, there he is in the background there. Why is this like the widely accepted, the destroy? You've never seen the show it's based on. Okay, here we go. This is more the optimization stuff. So you can make it too expensive and take up too much area. I'm assuming the time is just like in, you know, like cycles here. Yeah, the 1, 2, 3, 10 is like 10 cycles. Compete with your friends. Okay, so we have the head and the body, and then identical sides. These are the same either way, right? No. No, the little nubbies. So that is specifically that. So we're gonna have to flip it. How about legs? Are those the same? Yeah, I think so. Got our little rotation guy. How many points do we have? Leg, body, arm. So when this flips around, we just have to tack the other... Oh, okay. I don't think the costs were there previously. What if we just do... Riveters are the same as welders. I wonder if I should grab it by the leg instead. The only thing I don't have in place, because that'll do that to that. I guess I'm gonna have to rivet its head. Yeah, I imagine there's a cheaper way to do that. Okay, these have some limit that I'm not familiar with. Didn't actually weld that. So that kind of cuts it off too. That also shows you complete, I imagine. Oh. Whoops. Yeah, if I rotate it from his head, it would work, but I can't. Try that. Yeah, that's right, it didn't do that. I don't know if riveters just do like 2 away from it. Oh, how can we do that? We've got to grab it by the head. It does have an arm, so we could put the head on later. Yeah, instead of just rotate, it's got like a grab setup already. I kind of need the riveter being in place though, and obviously that can't be in the way of that. Let's show area. Oh, okay. So like surface area. No solutions. What if we do... So if we do that... try something real quick, because if we push it... Yeah, okay. These can't be in the way then. So let's try this. Well, that doesn't do us any good. I was going to say if we like pulled it... Because if you rotate there, it's going to rotate based on that. Yeah, okay. What if we did attach there, just did a rotation, and we do another arm. We'll do B. And then we'll go backwards and turn the grab off. And then weld that. Oh, no, okay. How can we do that? So a riveter has to put the head on. It's gonna have to look like that. Well, that's... What do you tell me complete? That's not gonna work. Why? I don't need it. I only need the riveter. Why didn't I do that to begin with? Yeah, if I could have... Yeah, you've got to rivet from there. That's the only way to do that. Oh, I made that way more complicated than it had to be. That's funny. They let you play with it the right way. Like the error will come up and tell you, oh, you're gonna hit a tool, and it'll even let you flip in ways that don't make sense. So that's... The experimentation is fun too. When it starts getting to like multiple steps, we'll see. I mean, that was interesting enough for me to struggle through, so we'll see what happens here. Robots will be able to do anything. I take it David is a little on the younger side, especially compared to Oyama-san. Yeah, I didn't... I think that's as compact as at least this, you know, setup for it could have been. I don't know if this is like first iteration or why there's a difference here. Maybe it's like the range? Yeah, I'm not sure about that then. Interesting to look at. So you could be up to 3? Who knows? Matsuzawa way. It's also incredibly smart that on the... I guess the splash for the game, that they like show you that robot and then you build that robot like pretty much right away. So you'd be, oh look, it's the robot from the thing.
David, this is Terahata-san from the business division. He's here to take you up to headquarters so you can start that job in international sales.
No, boo, we like engineering.
Oh, I see. Indiana, was it?
Terahata-san does not seem impressed.
Yes. I mean, that's the state I'm from. Huh. You're like a real Indiana Jones. I'm not sure that Indiana Jones is actually from Indiana.
David, just let him have this one,
In
yeah?
Japan, though, we say Indy Jones. I see. Oyama, I need to ask you a favor.
Of course, please do.
We need someone to help set up the plastic food operation. You know, Ishibashi and his team. Do you think Indiana David here can do it?
Indiana David.
David, you like Japanese food, don't you?
I sure do.
There's no getting used to it. Delicious.
Then you're in luck.
Oyama, You should go with him.
What?
I'm concerned about an American going out there on his own. You should go with him. Help him succeed.
That should get us, but no, I understand.
Okay.
Hope you have fun out there.
You too, Moogie. Lend your sincere support to them both.
Wait, me too?
That's right. The three of you together will help each other and help Ishibashi. This is what our company needs most, so you're doing important work.
I love how he's from the business division, but he can come down to engineering and be like,
Any questions?
you guys are reassigned, go. The katakana was just stylized enough that when it scrolled past it, I couldn't really make out enough to read it. Gore, that dad joke, that needs to be a command. Except for the whole not being a dad thing. I didn't know that was a thing on Siri, so you're teaching me things here. My wife will probably laugh at that one though. Apparently I need to look up
Wow.
a list of commands there.
After all that, I guess I'm not going to headquarters after all.
Yeah, I literally got it, oh, I suppose I should, there's several things that it can do. I literally got it just so it would, you know, kick out all the, I'm selling you great art, check out my Discord. Dog fact, dogs don't see in black and white, they have 2 color receptors and can see yellow and blue. Well, they could navigate on a localizer. That's a, exclamation point, aviation dad joke.
You sure aren't. We're shipping out to Nowheresville.
Dog pick. What about cats? Does it do cats? Yeah, no surprise that I have to supply those. Siri Butt can't take that over. Okay, alright. She's got my respect back. Assuming Siri's a she.
Why? What's the problem with it?
I wish I could zoom in on this a little bit. This is very stereotypically izakaya. The problem is there's not like a group of aunties that are just like being the loudest ones in there. We didn't get the whole experience walking in the door either. Arashimase! The sake barrels.
Well, it's just so far away from everything. It's out of the way, so it kind of feels like we're being passed over for more important things.
But he said it was important
I like
for the company.
the arrow too, so you know where
Let me
you
tell
are.
Something about Terahata. Matsuzawa Kaicho likes to golf, see? Every time Terahata plays golf for them, Matsuzawa Kaicho wins the bet. Why? It's not because the chairman is a better player. You see what I'm saying? That's the kind of person Terahata is.
And what about you, Oyama-san?
Yeah, just shut up and go do your job.
I was invited to golf with the chairman just once. I won the bet. That time.
Is that why Terahata-san is your boss and not the other way around?
Okay, I didn't get that. I mean, out of the interaction you get it, but...
No, I mean, probably not. He's much more senior than I am. I just mean to illustrate our personalities.
Intentionally losing to the boss. I couldn't handle stuff like that. Once I start competing, I need to go all the way.
You're standing out too much, Tomoe.
You're lucky, Tomoe-chan. Once you get married, corporate politics will be a world away.
Huh. Yeah, lucky.
Ah, Japan in the 80s. Alright, it's time to make plastic food. Gifu's not in the middle of nowhere. Maybe it was in the 80s. This is very much Osaka to me, though. Yaoki. Shizuka. Kani is crab. I don't know many kanji. That's for 3. San, but... Yeah, this is one of the coolest thing about restaurants in Japan is the displays in front of the restaurants look exactly like the food that you're going to get, even the drinks. Like to a T.
Today,
The plastic food in restaurant displays is usually made in small batches by individual artisans.
Hotokeki. Ramen skashu. That's a weird one. Skashu. I don't know. Purin. Parfait. Frotto. Omurice is so good. I love omurice.
But our current customer is a national chain that has plans to expand globally. In order to supply them, we'll have to introduce some kind of automation to the manufacturing process. At the same time, I don't want to lose the handcrafted quality of these items.
This is curry right here. The rice and the curry.
That does sound like a tough balancing act.
It is. I assume that's why they sent this hotshot over here to help out.
Hotshot? Me?
Indiana David.
Sounds like the boss talked you up a little bit.
Oh no.
Don't worry, David. This is a team effort. Why don't you take care of the production lines? You seem to enjoy that.
Now the negative is up top.
Sure, no problem.
This just might turn out to be your specialty. While you're doing that, I'll work with Ishibashi-san on the plastic materials.
And I'll get us some reference items from the restaurant.
That's a great idea. Sounds like the Tasty Plastic Task Force is ready to begin.
See, this is the way, this is one of the biggest things. And now here we are doing it before the window closes and I'm chewing up return window time to chat about society. But this is what America needs to learn from. Oyama-san whined a little bit about their assignment, and now he's like, you know.
Tasty Plastic Task Force? Is that a name you made up just now?
See, he's making it fun, and he's like, let's just do our jobs.
Let's go. Tasty Plastic Task Force?
This should be interesting.
Ishibashi-san's going all casual with a tie-let down there. Onigiri. Rice ball. Nori. Seaweed. Okay, cutters. So we just need to push. It's gonna be kind of funny to rivet the rice. So we need. If we put that here, can we put that over? No, we're gonna kind of have to push. How can we do that? We've got to push the rice, or the nori rather, in place. If we do a push and then a flip, then we can put the nori in place there. Okay, so A is gonna have to, so that's a push. We need 2 slots out, leave the grab on, pull it back to grab on as well, flip it. No, okay. I think it's making me do it with one arm. Can we just do that? And then rivet. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I kind of, like I said, I kind of wish it wouldn't tell you product complete. Like, I kind of wish it would just like this slider would just kind of show you, and then you'd have to hit the start button, and then it would do like, you know, design approved and celebrate and stuff like that. Minor complaint though. Like all of the pieces here are really cool. Like the sound effects while you're doing the design, the music. Like I don't even realize, like I'm not thinking about the music. It just fits in with kind of like this, you know, it's like, it's catchy, it's cool, it's relaxing to sit there and kind of figure the machines out. That's my rice ball. Yeah, let's not try and rename. Yeah, because is this like somebody else? Is this taking this from like, you know, kind of leaderboard stuff? Is this like an average? Oh, you can take up even less area than I did. That's kind of nuts. And in 2 moves? Hang on, let's try and play with that. Oh, I see. We don't need that one. Yeah, okay. There you go. So this is kind of like the goals to set out, right? Like I can't get any cheaper. I can take up less area though. How do we do that? I feel like you can't take up less area, and because obviously it's gonna, you know, expands this box way down here, and if I moved it back to where it was, I think you either have to do 3 steps or area. So if you look at what costs more, I think that's how you could fine tune it. Like if I do 1 more step versus bringing the area down a little bit. I wonder if there'll be like an actual money side put into the game later. Lucky. Yeah, it's really funny how this is super accurate. Like when you go up to the window, you know, you're like, oh, that looks so good, even though you know you're sitting there looking at plastic. This is why they're behind a window, so you don't have to smell them. Poke. Okay, that's exactly what we've been programming, is to poke. So 6 sushi. We do welded as they come down. That's a poke. We need to do that twice. Yeah. And then if we rotate that down, that doesn't help us. That's just going to do nothing. So we actually need... That'll bring it out to here. Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. It won't... Can I bring this out and change? Yeah, okay. A, that's, I was confusing the other one because it just says A, but you can literally pull it in and change it. All right, so if that pokes it, B will flip it. No, it's still not going to do what I want. We can just poke it down. So that'll weld that, that'll weld that. It'll push it down. And then we need a weld at the end. Copy this. Copy that. There we go. I feel like there's an easier way to do that, but it's pretty compact. Okay, I didn't want to cut the music off because it's kind of cool to celebrate it, but you can still get to the story and it plays. 6-pack, you know, of beer. Come on now, you can buy, well, again, it's 86, but I was about to say, you can buy like it was more than a 30-pack. I think it was a 32-pack of beer. Big fans of beer, are you drunk Americans? Oh, okay. That is as good as it gets. Yeah, this is cool too, because then you'd see that there's a better way to do it instead of just guessing and like, oh, I guess that was okay. You know, that you have to go on. So that this is Ishibashi's Honko stamp then. Alright, I'm gonna have to lean forward on the cursive here. You damn kids don't even know how to read this anymore. Hard labor in a factory. You can tell what's from dad and what's from mom. His is all business and hers is like, oh no. A fancy business degree. No, the reason we can't compete with Japan is because they try and make things better all the time instead of just stopping with what works. Although, yes, this is very accurate. Part of your heritage, after all. Ishibashi really takes his plastic food serious. He couldn't see the difference between bread and rice before that. Okay, here's the tracks. Slide command, how far you want to slide, and then you keep the grab on or off. Alright, we're making a sandwich. So we have bread, katsu, which is pork. Just put the cutter here. Yeah, they make you do that because the arm only comes out so far, right? Yeah, what, 3 slots? Yeah. So on the track, let's see, it's 4. So we need to bring it to there, yeah. And actually we need another welder here. No. How are we gonna do that? Riveter on the bottom. That's gonna get in the way of our, no it's not, okay. Was there a track piece? No. I don't know why I put that so far away there. Yeah, that'll do it. So this is just push. We need it to slide. What is that? 6 spaces. It's like old man count out loud. We'll hold it, and then it'll weld those two. I guess we can do, just so it'll look a little cooler. Smack both sides in there. That should be it. Oh, okay. So that's the max you can do. Can we go 1, 2, 3? Well, that's only gonna move a 3. I don't really want to do another pusher. Only tools on tracks can slide. Yeah, that's what's cool is you don't think about that. Like after it cuts it, it's gonna stop pushing one or the other. It seems wildly unnecessary. You can't push tools, can you? I don't think so, right? Yeah, okay. That'd be kind of cool if you can just push the cutter through it. I mean, I know how to do it. Like, you grab here and then you just copy the same setup up top. And have it do the exact same thing. Did we say 7? 6, I think? Oh, that's funny. Okay, I didn't think about that. We only need to grab this from here. So let's take the surface area down, and then B only needs to go by 1. It doesn't change the area actually, but I think the track length, yeah, 1 million yen plus. So I think probably 1 million per track length. So that'll bring it all the way down, weld it. Yeah, okay. There's probably a better way to do that, but here we are. I didn't remember if continue to story shows you. Oh, that didn't show us the efficiency on it. That was purely a tutorial thing. Ishibashi-san is already unhappy with our performance. Zero. The right area costs too much. What if we molded the pieces of bread? We only have one of each though. Oh, we can do that without the track. Yeah, take that out. We don't need the track. Actually, you can have this extended and pull and leave the grab on, and then it'll weld. So we dropped in cost. I can't believe you do it one step. I can't think about how you would even do that. Maybe we went higher in area. It's funny, it's like... kind of weird it didn't put 38 there. Anyway. Sandwich complete, moving on. All sorts of sushi pieces coming in here. People in other countries love sashimi. California rolls. Yeah, that's... What's a cucumber roll? Oh, it's some garbage we made up. That's not actually sushi. Okay, so we're gonna do a tuna. We can just push that along. I'm thinking a little bit too, like early game. Oh, that's the slide. We wanted this one. I think this is going to be way more complex than it needs to be. Because this doesn't look any different, does it? Oh, very much so. Okay. Because I was going to have it plop that and then push it. Yeah, you can't place more than one. So you'd have to place the mackerel here. Okay, I didn't know if you could like grab it flipped, but no, you can't. gonna push that. That's gonna rivet. You know, obviously that's not gonna work. So if we plop those two together, what if we have the mackerel up top waiting? And before we push that up, okay, so we'd have to do... That's just a push. Can we do that one with B? Will that even do what I want it to? Yeah, okay. Exactly what I want it to. And then B would have to retract. This is going to be a little funky. It's not really the intent, I don't think, but... Because then if we have C grab it... This is all sorts of crazy, but... We'll scope it out here, because D's going to have to push it up, what? Just 2 rounds. Alright, so that does that. Rivets. We've got that to... that has to be up top, because we're going to have to push this up and then push that over. But at the same time... could we do the shrimp? How do we get the shrimp in there? I think we do the same thing we've been doing. Because we can just push this over so that the shrimp will be there. Yeah, will B have enough to push all the way? It needs to go 3 spaces. Yeah, it will. Okay. So I don't need C to really even grab it that much. We can have C do a push. This well needs to be here though. And then B, no, not that one. We actually need it to do like a full push. So there's our 1 hour timer. I've been so engrossed in like solving the problems. We'll just crack on the 45-minute timer right away. I think it's super cool that the concept itself is fun, right? Like you're sitting here programming. It's, you know, it's like visual programming, right? But it's still, there's still program aspects to it. There's no restriction. You know, I'm imagining if you were to run down, yeah, okay. I was going to say, I imagine there's very little limit on how many steps. So you can make this thing look as ridiculous as you want it to, or as, you know, efficient and compact and stuff like that. I'll be curious later if the money part of it comes in. Like if it's going to be like this product is going to get us this much, so we have to stay under, you know, a set amount, or we're restricted by area and stuff like that. So already you can picture like the development of it, but even just getting it to weld 6 pieces of sushi together is super fun. So we'll definitely keep cracking on with it. We got 45 minutes and then we'll make our final determination, and then we'll say our goodbyes for the evening. But so far I'm having a great time with it. This is definitely something that, even if it's just this with more complex parts and they don't do the restrictions on you like I said, I would absolutely keep this game. I think it was like, I should always have this at the ready, and I really don't have it. Let me waste a little bit more time going in to see how much I spent on this, because I think it was only like $12 or $13. If I were faster at scoping this out, Okay, so full price it's $19.99. So I would assume, yeah, I got it for probably like 12, 13 bucks, somewhere in there. So already, I would say it's well worth it. But here we go. We'll keep going. Okay, so I've done that. Push that. So we need D. Well, first B has to retract. Yeah, well before that. So B has to retract, and D has to push up, and then we can do this. So B is going to come back 3 with the grabber off. Yeah, then I'll just push that, and then we have D pushing up 2. We can turn grab off because it's just going to push it. Let's actually see it go through. I was trying to like play it through in my head, but there was no point in that. You can actually just let it do its thing. Oh, I didn't think about that part. Okay, that's fine because I can just have B push it once to weld that. But there's really no point in these being too far away. So let's go here and here. Oh, see, okay. How about that? That should work. So we need to retract C and then have B push it once. Let's grab off. I don't, like I said, this is super complex for what it probably can be much simpler. And then B pushes once. Nice. I mean, it's not that bad of area. You know, obviously it's the box here, but we'll see how good it is. Okay, it goes through the story bit. I was like, but I don't know how efficient it is. What are California rolls? It's fake garbage with some nonsense. No, it's true. There is nothing wrong with that. Oh, much more compact. I have no idea how you're going to do that in one move. That's not. I don't even understand how that's possible. All right, so not the best, but we'll. What happens when you record GIF? Okay, that's cool. I'll have to check that out. Save to your desktop.
If you don't mind my asking, Ishibashi-san, how did you get involved in making food samples?
Because I was assigned here, obviously.
Obviously.
Well, yes, but I mean, did you have any particular interest in food? Maybe you wanted to be a chef and this was as close as you could get?
No, it was nothing like that. I wouldn't say I had any particular interest in food above anything else.
Was it an interest in plastics then?
Plastics? Who would be interested in plastics?
You would be surprised.
I don't know. I thought maybe you were.
So this is snacku, so a snack bar. You pay for the snacks essentially, and that's like your cover charge, but it's mostly just a bar.
I know the real reason Ishibashi-san was assigned here.
Oh, scandalous.
It's because he's stubborn.
Stubborn? Who says I'm stubborn?
Matsuzawa Kaicho, that's who.
Are you saying he sent me here as punishment?
Oh, no, that's not it at all. David, you've worked with Ishibashi-san for a while now. How would you describe him?
Stubborn.
He's very dedicated.
Exactly. Ishibashi-san is many things, but one thing is that he's very driven to get things right.
He was very mad at you about the bread and rice
He
thing.
won't be satisfied with anything but the best that he and his team can do. And That's why he was assigned here. Not because he loves food or loves plastic, but because this is a job that takes a lot of care and detail.
I see. When you put it that way, it makes total sense.
Ah. Well then, I'd better get back to work.
Nonsense. Let's have another round.
Another round. It's only 1 a.m. I asked if the story was necessary. It is. I like it. It's something so you're not just like, make this, make this hamburger, and you'd be like, why? What are we doing? Surely you have a lot of Americans about being fat, or a lot of memories as an American. Okay, we're gonna have to flip a bun. We can weld. We'll start with the bun. What if we do bun, burger, lettuce? Think about this if I'm thinking about this right. We'll have the lettuce and burger weld first. Then we'll push them away. Also need a riveter. Because if we push it away and then grab it, where do we need to grab it? Because A is going to push then. Where did it? Okay, they both did it at the same time. So if we push here, we'll have the complete thing. And then have B flip it. Okay, we need to flip it before A pushes it. Yeah, okay. I didn't think that was gonna work, but you can't do those simultaneously, right? Like if you do those together. Oh, no, you can. Okay. I thought it welds at the end of the step. I think it just welds when it is able to. Hey, David, don't ask questions. Just make plastic food. Yeah, like American restaurants don't have a bunch of crap on the menu. That's a nice way of saying, shut up, David, that's stupid. And do it cheaper and slightly less area. I'm not worried about that less area. I feel like this is like, that's less common. How do we do it cheaper? Because I like that it welds all those together, but if you take that away... Oh yeah, okay, you can't do that. Yeah, so this build, you've got to do that so those stay together. Actually, it was these. Yeah, okay. I don't know, I when you're in the middle of the road, it's kind of hard to be like, oh, I want it to be... Let's make it better than that. We'll take average. Average is acceptable. Katsukuri. I actually like just curry rice. Rice ukare. The katsu's good though. It's got to be like you'll get a kind of a tougher piece of katsu, and then it kind of doesn't make it as good as just curry raisu. I like how working with Ishibashi is like the terrible place to be. Okay, so we've got to cut. Is it 4? No, just the top of the rice off. It's gonna be like that. Let's put our cutter here. And then katsu. So A is gonna push. Oh, this is the tough part. We need to do the welding there too. I can't put that there. Yeah, this is where the area thing becomes a thing, because I can just push this through and then like push it down one and then pull it, and then the, you know, the welder could be waiting in place, but you'd have to move that around that so much. Gotta think about that. The only thing I was thinking is if you could like flip it up, have it put it into place, and then flip it back down. But that would be in line where the curry is. You know what? Let's try it. It's going to take up more area than it should. So we'll flip that out of the way. Then A will push in. Let's see. 4 spots. Okay, we won't be able to do that unless we have a track. We got 3 spots there, and then it'll move along the track one as well. We don't need the grab. I don't think that matters really, but so get it out of the way, push it through the cutter. Then let's weld it. In the meantime, we'll do that in a second, because then we need to flip it back into place. Okay, that was poor planning. There we go. And then we'll have katsu line up here. There's 4 katsu, so we need it there. And we'll have a grab. Bring it up there. So D is going to go up 3 spaces. Okay, 4. Thank you. Thank you, stepping me through. That's smart too. You put it where you want to see what it's going to do, so you can tell whether it's going to work or not. Oh, you know what? We need it to be actually 1 more out of the way, because we need to be able to weld the katsu together. Oh, we can just do this. Just do that. That one. And that one. So I actually want, can I just like grab, oh okay, you can select multiples. So we need 3 steps for the C's to take place. So we're just going to do a push on C. And we'll just copy that all the way down. Then we have our katsu. Then that'll happen. Yeah, I wish you could just click. Okay. I was going to say, when you know you have it or you think you have it, it'd be better if you could just like flip down and hit the start without even seeing it, you know, do its thing. It is cool to watch it though. I'd almost like to like intersperse the katsu bits with the curry, but it's so cool. Nothing out of the ordinary. They don't know what any of that is. You would be surprised, David. Yeah, that makes sense. This is like the worst, the most inefficient, takes up the most space, way too many steps. I don't like the 3 steps. It'd be cool if you could see, you know, like show me the most efficient one, like kind of like an I give up situation. Job well done. Kind of.
Thanks to the Tasty Plastic Task Force for all your help over the past few months. I wouldn't have been able to concentrate on the plastic formulations if you hadn't handled the manufacturing part.
No problem.
It's kind of interesting. Feel like they just wanted to include you for picking a choice because I really don't think it matters if you're like, I had no idea what I was doing.
To be honest, I've never in my life seen a manufacturing process quite like the ones you designed for these.
I don't know if it's good or
I
bad.
guess I would say they're very unique.
We'll take it.
Is that good?
Let's not consider this too deeply.
By the way, I wish to apologize for keeping you here for so long. I do hope you were able to enjoy the area a little bit in your free time.
I don't know what it was like in '86, but Gifu's super
Gifu
cool now.
Prefecture has all kinds of interesting history and culture. Many years ago, this area was famous for sword making. Thankfully, there's no need for swords today, but that spirit lives on. Now, some of the world's finest kitchen knives are made here.
They are fantastic.
And since you did such a good job cooking plastic food with me in our own kitchen, I thought you should have this.
Give me a Gifu knife. Yeah.
Really?
Yes, really. This style of knife is called a santoku, and it was made just up the road from here in Seki City.
This is amazing. But I'm sad to say I'm not much of a chef.
Surely there's someone in your life who likes to cook.
Yeah, everybody's got to chop stuff
There
up.
will be, sooner or later.
Thank you very much, Ishibashi-san. I learned a lot from you, and I'll treasure this forever.
Well, I have to say I'm looking forward to finally getting back to Tokyo.
It's making me
Though I'll
homesick,
kind of miss
guys.
the challenge of making inedible plastic look delicious.
It's strange work if you think about it. Plastic food creates hunger, but won't ever satisfy it. It's the business of creating desire.
Someone's gotten philosophical all of a sudden.
You must be tired. I know I am. Let's try to relax while we can.
Why are you tired? All you do is
Sounds
boss me
like a
around.
good idea.
I'm all in for some downtime. Maybe I can even take a day off.
You wish. Personal electronics. Alright, so we're back at Matsuzawa. This isn't factory number 1, though. Niigata. Niigata's fun, too.
Well, here we are again.
So much for getting a day off.
Good job, now you're off to Niigata.
I wonder what fun things there are to do in Niigata.
Sake. Lots of sake.
Skiing, I guess. I don't know anything about that.
There's a sake vending machines just next to the train
That
station.
sounds fun. Let's ski.
Get to
I
work.
don't even know if it's the right season.
It is spring,
Anyway,
it is not.
if our experience in Gifu is any indication, we won't have time for things like that.
You're probably right. I wonder if there's anything else to do around here.
I'm sure you'll find something.
Get your drink on. Much bigger plant than number 1. Yosuke.
Hey, so this is the famous David Sugimoto, huh?
That's Indiana David, thank you.
Nice to meet you, Morita-san.
Aw, come on. Call me Yosuke. Isn't that more natural for you?
Yeah, this is the attitude
But
we should...
shouldn't I be the one adapting to your customs?
Yes.
What good are customs? Call me however you like.
Yosuke, you're a loose cannon. Get
I
out
got
of
the
here.
story from the boss. Sounds like you really helped out with that plastic food line. The stuff we're going to make here is a little different, though. They're devices, things people interact with every day. It's not enough just for them to look good. They have to be functional.
Yosuke, we've made a radio before. Thank you.
Sounds like that does change the design considerations.
Why don't we get started and you can see for yourself?
Compact camera. Biku camera. Keep these priorities in mind. Okay, we don't have to push through a cutter anymore. Alright, so we're making the camera. So this is the upper left. The grip on the outside of that after we drill through. Then it's viewfinder. Oh, sorry, lens. Viewfinder, flash up top. Oh, interesting. I can't rotate the flash, even though it's... Oh, it doesn't need to be. This would look like this if that part were drilled out. Okay. I don't know how to clear the board. There we go. So the only bit... So we want to drill out the right side of this by 2. So maybe let's weld that first. Then we'll push it. Actually, we can drill it and then push it. I don't know if that really matters. Grab her off. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I imagine it tells you it's off anyway. So drills that out. Need that to be there so we can do another weld. That's gonna be there and this here. I think I'm gonna need to push a lot more. That's drilled out. That'll push and weld those. Yeah, I don't like having a ton of welders, so I know you could just do like... Yeah, let's do this a little different. Let's kind of just walk through. Okay, then we need to retract B. We need to push A. Slap those on, then we push A again, because it has one more that we can do. But we can weld this first. Is that gonna work? What's that gonna look like? Push that, and then we push it one more time? Yeah, okay. I know having the welder here is probably not the best way to go about it. What else does this weld? The first one and the last one. Okay, I was gonna say, we could rivet. It doesn't matter, they're the same cost. So yeah. See how it stacks up. A glasses can. It's 1986, Yosuke, calm down. Okay, just the steps. Cheaper, so I guess if we did like a several stage weld, we could do less steps. I think that was kind of the only thing there. Area's good. Yeah, I think pushing it down the line is kind of why it's a pain. It's fine. You could get super crazy in like every single one, try and kind of like max out, but it's fine. Alright, Dad with his typed letter again. Yeah, I suppose it's even still the country a little bit. Let's go, the train runs. I want to get back to the business department. I'm a master at this. No, not really. Yeah, the plastic sushi's funny. Well, our timer has 16 minutes left, but I don't need it. I don't, yeah, I'm sold. Like I said, I'd be interested to see later on in like the different levels and stuff what the developments are for if there is restriction on the money, or they just kind of let you do that to yourself, which kind of inherently happens. The graph is a great way to do that. Like, hey, look, you could do better, so try that. So we'll do the calculator and then we'll call it a night. Want it to look cool. Oh, you young folks. Okay, so we basically have, you know, our display at the end, our buttons to push down the row. Those can flip. These need to look like that. Let's put this off to the side for just a second. It's funny how I didn't place those in the center right away, but here we are. So we've got just 3, so we can do our bump. Well, those, then we can have B just bump it up once. Did that not weld them off? Oh, I don't need that many. One too many. Yeah, there we go. So then this whole thing, let's just do these two. Okay, then we have that set up. We need to essentially copy. You see, this is where I'm not thinking about it, because you could have it where it's like doing these buttons at the same time, because the welders would just do it at the end of this stage. How would you do that? Yeah, there's definitely a way to cut down the number of steps, but I think we'll just do exactly the same thing here, with C. And have a welder up top. And then we can do a riveter to slap those together. And then C will push 3 times. Oh, those aren't connected. Okay. Gotta connect these 2 pieces. Well, this is definitely going to cause a bunch of steps. Because you'd have C push it out 1. And then A push 1. And then finish out C by pushing 2. So it's definitely not the most efficient, not even close. It's cool though. We'll see how well it stacks up. Oh yeah, my son's still on this. What a cool salaryman. Salaryman can be very cool. Maybe we should move on. Yeah, this is what I figured. I figured this was going to be the biggest thing. And obviously if there was like, if the riveters were doing the work, the less parts. Not much less area though. How could you do that? When you got to this portion, I feel like you could rivet it. Well, you know, it didn't do what it was supposed to do. I'd have to redo that part. Yeah, that's definitely the thing I'm not good at, is you know, how to make it the most efficient. Yeah, the time is the thing. And if you did reduce the steps, it obviously would cut that down as well. Alright, I lied to you. I said we'd be done with the calculator. Let's see what Pachisol is all about. I'm assuming it's pachinko. No, it is not an upbeat tune. You can't hear anything as soon as you open those doors. Yeah, there we go. It's a lot of fun though.
All right, let's make some money.
Or
Money?
spend it.
Is this gambling?
It's not. I mean, not really. You don't make money officially, but you can make money if you catch my drift.
The developers are very familiar with Japan.
Is this all on the up and up here?
Yeah.
Of course, it's all perfectly legal.
The way you're saying that isn't exactly reassuring me.
It's fine, David. It's fine.
Listen, are you ready or not?
As ready as I'll ever be.
No, it's super
That's
fun.
the spirit.
You gotta wear earplugs
Now
in there
let's
though,
get
but
in there and win.
she's a little more optimistic than you should be. Defunda. Roboto. Yeah, let me get the tutorial here. Pachinko Solitaire. I've never played this. I've just played Pachinko. 12 balls moving in and out. Okay, one above or one below. Okay, so the ball changes onto the card. Alright, so how do we launch? There we go. So we've got a 3, so we've got to drop down to here. Can't do anything with that, can't do anything with that. So we've got to launch a new one. So if we go 7, we can go lower. And then come up to 8. Yeah, we won't be able to go that one, so we've got to launch another. This is not like any pachinko I've played before, but this is super fun nonetheless. 4, 5. If I come down to here, we can clear a little bit more. It's too bad we can't get over there. We'll drop all the way down. What'd you do on your factory automation game? I gambled and played pachinko. Okay, we can do 5, 6, 7 here. Go 6, 7, 8, 7. As long as you can end a run grabbing another one like this, I can't do anything with. Get a new one there. 4. I wonder if I should do... No, I should do this one because I can do that later. Yeah, the sound effects, the music, all very well done. I want to have 2 1s, but I should clear that 3 there. Getting low on Pachi balls here. That. We might regret that, but well, that worked out okay anyway. I don't think we're gonna win this one. It looks very, very losable. As much as that is not a word. 2, 1, 3 or 5, and we're good to go. Okay. Can't really do much with this, so this is gonna be it anyway. Even with that working out. That's all there is. I don't know how you tell it, like, I lost. You can go back? Oh, okay. I was like, don't let it go back. Alright, we've got to win Pachi Soul before we can call it a night here. Not that this is how gambling gets you. No, just one more game, I swear. Let's go 4, 5. I didn't even pay attention to what was down here. I think it was still 5, so I think we were okay. Okay, we can either go down to here. 2, 3, 2. 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think that's a much better move. There we go. That's a good clear. This one's not as great, but made some go away. This one's not terrible. Go 3, 2. Let's go over here. Yeah, I feel like if you can spend the first little bit just clearing out as much as these, I can't do anything with a 7. Then when you come back through, you're much better suited to be able to take some out. Oh, I thought that was going to be lower, but it's technically not. Oh, so that's a dead one. If I cleared that 3, I'd be able to do something with that, but I can't. Let's go... This might be a little risky, but it opens us up for later, so let's clear that out. Okay. As long as I can get one at the end of a run like that and not just ditch all of them, because then I'll never clear it all, but yeah, there we go. Kind of want to clear this one. Yeah, let's do that. Now, as long as we get the right Pachi balls, then this is a winner. Need some 2s. One more 2. I think that was a gimme. Super Defender. Win count 1. So you'd sit here and just like new game over and over and over again. You know I'm gonna. Guys, that's where we're gonna call it a night. I will turn the music down on you just a little bit so it's not blasting you out there. As we call it a good evening to you. Yeah, the final verdict on this game, like, I didn't even need like the second hour of it. We've got a couple minutes left of the 45 minutes. So playtime is really only about an hour and 45 minutes in. A fantastic game. I mean, the morning stretches might seem weird to you if you're not familiar with Japanese culture, or you've never been in a business place in Japan or seen any type of media from Japan. You wouldn't be familiar with what that is. But immediately you get into a factory game and there's a little mini game in it. So even if you don't know why you're doing it or what's happening, you're sitting there playing a mini game. So it's very much like, okay, that's not all this game has to offer. And then you get to this pachinko parlor and you play Pachi Soul, which, again, if you're not familiar, but it's like, it's very intuitive. The music, the sound effects, it's all just very fun. So they really nailed down what makes a game fun like this. Now, if you don't like automation and you don't like the little bit of kind of visual programming aspect of it, and you don't care how you get there, you just want to complete the goal, then this game wouldn't really work out for you. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, especially for the price. I don't know about full price because I don't know how much content is here. Looking at the front page, I want to say there were 8 like kind of sections, 8 different factories, I assume it is. Maybe there's more to that, I don't know. But I'm definitely going to find out, so I'm definitely going to hang on to it. Gore, Knight, thanks so much for coming in as always. Appreciate you guys. We've got Back in My Day Fridays, back to Quest for Glory 4 on Friday. Kerbal Space Sunday is going to come to a close. So on Sunday, that will be the last episode of Kerbal Space Sundays. I'm just not enjoying it as much as I have been on the first portion of it. So thinking about what comes next, it's just going to be more of the same that we're doing right now. So we'll have a little bit of fun with building some goofy stuff on Sunday. Launch our last plane as kind of a farewell to that series. And there might be a resurrection of Saturday Z. We'll see what happens. I'd like to kind of relight the fire of making YouTube videos, and that hasn't been happening, and I'm gonna blame 3 streams a week on that. That's probably inaccurate, but we'll go with that. Next Tuesday, we're hitting up a survival game, Western Rye. Survival game in progress. It's the demo for it. Developers doing a survival kind of crafting survival game in like a Wild West setting. So that looks pretty neat. We'll check that out next Tuesday. If none of that other stuff interests you. But I appreciate you guys coming out once again. Hope you have a good rest of your week. And if you're watching this at a later date, I'm Elder B. Take care.